What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Bubs, and this is Bubs 2 Cents. Today, we're going to find out, is Rayhaan's Crimson a dupe or don't of Creed Centaurus? Let's find out. But before we do, I need you to do me a quick little favor. It would really help me out. There's a little emblem down in the bottom right hand side of your screen. Please click that and subscribe to the channel. You don't believe how unbelievably helpful that will be to me. And it's free. Thanks. Alright guys, like we talked about, today we're going to take a look at Rayhaan's Crimson. And let's see if it stacks up against Creed Centaurus. A lot of people say that it's a 1-to-1. I don't believe so. And we'll go over the reasons why here soon. I really do like it, and the reason why I like it so much is because it's more of a twist. And the way I see it is they took some of the stuff that's not mass appealing out and left everything else that makes Centaurus pretty amazing. So let's check it out. I do have a sample of Creed Centaurus here that a buddy of mine sent me. So I appreciate that, Ron. All right. So let's check this out. We're going to do a quick spray on hand here. All right. We're also going to do one on test strip as well. All right. Set that off to the side. Let's do the same with Crimson. All right, guys. So, as you know, these are a cinnamon tobacco, or at least Centaurus is a cinnamon tobacco spicy oriental. Great long performance on it, about 6 hours. So it's not too bad, but it is a wonderful, luxurious scent. One of the top scents, I think, in the Creed lineup. I unfortunately don't have a bottle. I'm still waiting on it as we speak. It was on back order when I ordered it. Didn't say that when I did order it. Wink, wink. But all I'm saying is at some point I will get it in, and I can't wait to have my own bottle because winter's coming up and it's going to be a wonderful signature scent during the winter time, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and we're going to break these down. All right. So we're going to go over Rayhaan's Crimson. The weird thing about Rayhaan's Crimson is that when it opens, I don't know if you guys ever been in like a Home Goods or Hobby Lobby type store during Halloween, and they got those cinnamon brooms that, you know, people put around their house to make their house smell like cinnamon. When I first put this on, it smells identical to that in a good way, but it's harsh comparatively to Centaurus. Centaurus is smoother, but this, it's not going to give you that smoothness at the beginning. About 2 hours in, they are almost identical. But at first, you're not going to get that. They did remove the leathery, smoky tobacco type scent, which I personally like in that fragrance. But they took it away. And that's fine for a lot of people. There's a lot of people that do not like that. And I understand that's not for everybody. It is not the most mass appealing scent. But to me, I think it would have been even better with that in there. I think they did do a very good job, especially the fact of the longevity and performance of this, which we're going to go over soon. Now let's talk about Centaurus. Centaurus is very smooth from opening to ending. And it is a travel, a vacation throughout that fragrance. That fragrance does not stay the same. It is not linear at all. It takes a beautiful transition from the beginning to the heart and to the base. It is fantastic. You're going to open up with that spicy cardamom cinnamon. It's beautiful with the tobacco and the smokiness. Dry down's going to have that creamier aspect of it. It's going to have the sandalwood and heliotrope in there as well in the heart. Fantastic fragrance, very smooth, and it's just in a class of its own when it comes to this type of scent. Now with Rayhaan, what they did was they said, look, we're going to take this, we're going to make this more mass appealing, and of course, we all know what they did. They made it extremely affordable. So with that being said, what happens with this scent right here is when you open up, you're going to obviously get like I said, that cinnamon broom or red bubble gum, the cinnamon red, that's what it's going to open up as. But as it settles down, oh man, you can, on paper, it's already settled. Oh gosh. It's beautiful. Once it starts to dry down, you really get that smoothness towards the end, and it becomes a really good scent, really, really close to the Creed. With that being said, like I said, Creed's about a 6 hour fragrance. That's where this changes the game. Okay, you do sacrifice some of that smooth, you sacrifice the opening being a little bit harsher. And like I said, guys, that's just the beginning. And it's not a terrible scent. I'll be honest with you. I personally do actually like the scent of those cinnamon brooms, but that's just me. So when I go to Home Goods or Hobby Lobby, I'm gonna pick one of those up, and I usually put them in my house. I am that guy, and that's perfectly fine. And my wife loves to do it as well. But so I don't really mind that scent. Not saying it's an easy way to start out. When you put it on, you are going to get that kind of obnoxious cinnamon scent for a minute, and then it starts to smooth out. And then, like I said, by the time you get to wherever you're going after you've put this on, maybe 35 minutes, 40 minutes later, it starts to smooth out and it becomes amazing. And at that point, I would say it's about, I'd say 87 to 90% close to Creed Centaurus, but at the beginning it is not. It's probably in the 68, 70 range of closeness, which is because it's missing some of those other notes, which is perfectly fine, like we said. But where this thing stands out, and reason why they sacrifice some of that harshness, and the way that it all was composed, is the performance. This right here is beast mode. And when I mean beast mode, I mean beast mode. So, with that being said, you're talking about 10 hours working. After that, it's going to slow down, it's going to smooth and lighten into a relatively decent skin scent. So, it's still there. I'm telling you, you might have to scrub yourself in order to get this off. It's going to be on your clothes for days. So if you like the smell of it, you better be prepared because it's going to be with you for a while. But that's what we all say. We want beast mode, beast mode, beast mode. In order to get a beast mode fragrance from a scent that you really like, you are going to have to sacrifice something. It is not going to be identical to the one that you say, oh, I really want that scent, but it doesn't perform. It's going to change. There's no way to fix that. If you add to it, you add more of something, it's become more dense. More dense means a different scent profile. That's where a lot of people get that mixed up and thinking, oh, they can just make it stronger and it's going to last longer. It doesn't work that way. And it doesn't. Oh, now there are some scents that you can add a little something to, and it's in the background, which pushes it out. Ambroxans, um, like some people use molecule one, which amplifies some fragrances because it's amplifying and pushing out, and gives extra longevity. But this one is not one of those that's needing that. Just my opinion. Um, what I will say is that a lot of people say, "Oh, I don't like dupes. No dupes. No dupes. I don't like clones. I don't like this. I don't." Look, guys, not everybody out there has the ability to go out and buy $500, $400, $350 fragrances like that. So, with that being said, companies come out here and they make their interpretations or their twists, which are what I like. I don't like something that's just directly cloning, okay? Because if I want a direct clone, I'm just going to save my money and go get the real thing, okay? But sometimes I like them because they're twists. They have twists on them, and it's not relatively the exact same scent. So, with that being said, I really do like this because they did take out some of the DNA of the original. They put their own twist on it. And not to mention, it's going to last me all day long. So, wintertime's coming up, and I can't wait because this is going to be probably heavily in my weekly rotation. It is not offensive and it's amazing. And that is my 2 cents because this is Bub's 2 cents. Peace, y'all.